Hi everyone, my name is Mustang World and welcome to Salvage. We're gonna play this house game for the first time. I actually played this game a little bit before to actually learn the basics of this game, and I can say this game is actually really awesome. This game is a little bit themed of the armor-free Battle Royale or the H1Z1 Battle Royale game mode. This is basically you will be dropped on the map with a teammate or a team or solo, and you basically try to survive so long as possible. After a while, the map will try to shrink with a little bit of gas. If you're in the gas, you will basically die instantly, so you basically want to stay outside of the gas. If you try to stay out of the gas, after a while every player will be basically moved inside the middle and there will be a massive PvP fight on this game. I would totally say put your volume all the way up to actually play this game, because if you have your volume pretty low, you can basically not hear the footsteps, you cannot hear the gunshots or anything else. So anyway, we're gonna jump in the game right now. So kill everybody and be the last standing to win. So this is basically a free-for-all. We basically try to survive so long as possible. So we got 50 players alive in total, so we have to watch out quite some time. So let's go. So we got a screwdriver over here. We can of course switch from third person to first person with pressing the C button. It seems like we got a hostile over there right away, so we're gonna hope we're actually gonna try to find a gun inside the red house, because we can of course, you know, get really bad luck on that. So we're gonna pick up this, we're gonna pick up that, we're gonna try to pick up this. Let's see, what are we gonna have? Okay, we got some magazines. Okay, we got some stuff. We got some stuff. That's good. Let's try to check upstairs before we're actually gonna try to rush in, because, you know, rushing in on the enemy is never a really good thing. So we actually got a Eagle Fire magazine. What do we have over here? We got a different magazine again. So I should basically try to clean my backpack after a while before we actually took out the hostile what actually was in the blue building, because we know there is a hostile here and he actually left. And he left a freaking peacemaker on the ground. I understand why, because he didn't really have any magazines for it, did he? Wait a second. Did he just drop a peacemaker on the ground and not even care about it? That's actually a really good thing for us though. So we basically can, you know, drop some stuff. So we got a spot mag, we can drop this one. So there we go. We got a peacemaker magazine. We need to make sure we're gonna keep that one in. So anyway, if you want to zoom in, you want to try to press the F button. If you press the F button, you can basically zoom in on the enemy and actually see him a little bit easier. You can also see the gas is actually starting to go in pretty quickly before you can actually go. So we just have to watch out and, you know, try to rush in a little bit sometimes, because, you know, this game can switch in no time. So we're going to turn up the volume a little bit more, because we want to make sure. I don't know, should I? To be honest, I should. Because it's an AK-47. Who's gonna say no to an AK-47 on the ground? Because everybody knows the AK-47 is 9 out of 10 times the dirtiest gun in the game. Because, you know, it deals so much damage, it has a lot of accuracy. So I'm not completely sure if it actually counts for the same thing over here. So we're gonna check really quickly. We're not gonna... Ooh. Well, I had this, but I'd rather take this, to be honest now. That was really close. That's somewhere in that area over there. Yeah, it's in that area over there. So we're basically gonna try to look out where the enemies are, because they will all coming really soon towards the city. So the first person who goes inside the city actually has a little bit of a benefit, because of course you're gonna try to find the best loot as possible. So we have 7 players left, so we have to watch out. We got another peacemaker on the ground over there. Oh, that's a honey badger. I'd rather take the honey badger and drop this. Eagle Fire. Peacemaker. There we go. I'd rather take some honey badgers. Honey badger. Drop. There we go. Don't need you. So we got 45 bullets in total, but you can hear there is actually a little bit of enemy hostility in here, because a lot of people... Oh no, really? At the moment I drop an AK-47, I find the model load of AKs, but, you know, okay, we got a little bit of a supply drop up there. Probably people gonna try to keep a little bit of an eye on that, so we're not gonna go for the bait, because, you know, oh lordy, that's a lot of cool drops. So we're just gonna take up this one, so we don't have to have the screwdriver anymore. So let's see, the gas is actually closing in pretty quickly. We got 3 peacemakers over here. Kind of nice those are really close. So we have 4 enemies left. So you can basically see this game goes a little bit fast. Like the game's rounds are actually not that long. I actually wish the game rounds were a little bit longer compared to what it is now. Because, you know, a round for like a few minutes is actually too short, to be honest. But who knows, that will maybe change in the future. Anyway, we got some shotguns up here. Let's see. I know there are some enemies really close. So we basically have to make sure we're not gonna, you know, walk into one of them. So we have to make sure we check every place where we go. We need to check every little bit of sound that we can get. And, you know, there we go. Like that. Like, you can so easily see, you can find a target and just do one headshot and they will basically be dead. So we're gonna take a little bit of a drink from that. And we're gonna keep this weapon. There we go. I knew there was actually an enemy really close because I heard him a couple of times. So we're going to check every room really quickly before we're actually going to go outside. Because it's going to be a 1v1 right now against somebody else. So we have to hope the player is actually not ghosting. Ghosting is basically you have a friend in your group call or anything like that. And he's basically dead and spectating and the enemy. So we're going to make sure that... No, he was spectating, I think. I'm not completely sure, but a GG on the person that actually killed me. So Shadow Raft 2, shout out to you, man. Good job for actually winning the round. So let's hope we're gonna do better on the second round. Like the next rounds will actually not take that long. They will take around 40 seconds each time the new round will start. There will actually be every time a little bit of a difference as well. Because you can see there are different game modes. There's day, there's night, there's snow, there's sand. There is like everything you basically want to see. So that's actually really awesome. I actually wish the maps were a little bit bigger in the future. Because having bigger maps would probably make it a little bit cooler. But we did a good job. And I would say, everybody, if you agree with me doing a good job, please type GG in the comments down below right now. Anyway, we're gonna try to go towards the next round, of course, because, well, we want to make sure we're gonna do a lot of awesome stuff. So, what do we have here? Oh yeah, there was the customization. I think I'm not gonna pick any different hairs. Yes, a lot of people probably be arguing, why do you have blue hair? I don't know. Oh, there we go. We got a team member over here. So, we got a team member over there. So, we're basically gonna try... Hi. Hi there, little buddy. He actually seems to be typing, so that's actually a really good job. Because, well, if you have a teammate that actually types, you know, he knows a little bit his way around in the map. But if he doesn't type, then good luck to you. Good luck to you. So, let's see. We're gonna pick up an ace. There we go. Could have been worse, to be honest. But we at least got something we can defend with. Because I know there will be some enemies pretty close. So we're gonna pick up the secondary ace round. We're gonna make sure we're gonna reload all our weapons before... Uh-oh. Oh, I was so close that I broke... Oh, I'd rather take a Viper, to be honest, then. Oh, that's a really good find. I can drop this. I got a Viper. It basically allows me to zoom in quite some bits. So that's actually a really good find, because now we can actually try to snipe some enemies from across the map. Because sniping enemies is always a little bit more dirty, like I always say. Like, it's really dirty. But, you know, who doesn't do it from time to time? I actually see there's a little bit of a jail over there. So we're basically gonna try to run towards that place and actually ignore our teammate a little bit. I hope my teammate is gonna be like, oh my god, where is he going? I need to stay with him. Or he is just gonna walk the complete other direction. I basically have to solo everything. I really don't mind, because, you know, comparing with this, you rather have a team member in your TeamSpeak, Discord, or, of course, Skype. Depends which platform you use. So, let's see. I don't hear any footsteps. Doesn't... Oh, there we go. Got a hit. I got one hit. Okay, we got a hit, but it could have been better, to be honest, because we actually had a really easy shot. But I actually don't know if there's actually any bullet delay in this game. Like... Okay, the bullet drop is real in this. We're gonna pick up the honey badger. because, you know, everybody knows the honey badger is way and way better. So we're gonna drop the Viper mag, and we're gonna keep the honey badger. Can we actually not put the attachment on this one? Oh, that's sad, to be honest. To be honest, it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, our teammate is probably gonna get shot in his head anytime soon. We are probably gonna get shot as well if we don't watch out. So we're basically just gonna rush in a building really quickly to actually try to find some more magazines for our gun. Seems like no luck inside here. So we know there is a 2 hits. 3 hits. 3 hits. 3 decent hits. He should be decent low. We got a other honey badger over here. Do we have any more luck with a honey badger magazine upstairs? Doesn't really seem like, but we actually got a Viper, but we're not going to keep the Viper. We're not going to switch over to a Viper because I really, really like this one. Also, I start to get a little bit of an itchy nose, so everybody knows what that means. Something cool or really bad is going to happen. So let's see what we can do. Okay, we know there's an enemy over there. We know there's one over there. We know he went inside this building. I can hear him. I can hear him. He's up. There we go. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you actually got some decent loot. So thank you for all your loot. I will say please come again next time. So right now we actually got a little bit of military equipment on. So that basically means we actually got a little bit more HP compared with the other people. So actually headshots will not... Okay, enemy dead ahead. Dead ahead, man. Watch out. We're gonna pick up the different honey badger magazines. So we actually got a little bit more safety. So I know... Oh, no. Oh, no. I know there's should be somebody in here. Some beans. No enemies. There we go. Enemy down. Ah! Okay, okay, okay. Where? 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 Okay, we actually got a decent headshot on him. We're gonna check this building really quickly to see if there's actually a little bit of a flanker around here. There actually seems not to be the case. Okay, let's go for it. Oh! Oh no, a team member died. We lost a team member. We have to reload. What? Oh, ghoster. That was definitely a ghoster. That was definitely a ghoster. Nice ghost, man. Because I was around that corner and he had no idea I would have been around that corner. So not a really nice shout out to that dude. Because really, really annoying when people ghost. So this person, Crusher, not really nicely of you doing that. But anyway, guys, we're gonna try to hop in one more round. Because, you know... I really wish this game would basically remove the spectate button, because spectating will ruin the complete game itself, because it will basically allow you to spectate anybody you want, and it basically is a little bit of a cheat. Like, he had no idea what's there, and he could actually not even see me. Like, I tested that place out a couple of times, and the chance of seeing me is really, really small, and he walked around the corner and instantly towards me. That sometimes happens. It basically is a little bit annoying, but it just can happen. But anyway, you can see I got 15 kills, 5 deaths so far. We're about to get towards 3 wins. Our KDR is actually free. We're level 5. We got 11,000 credits. So that is not that super bad. So we're gonna just jump down. You are on Team Pepper. We're on Team Pepper and it doesn't seem Pepper. I am in Team Pepper as well, but it seems like there is nobody here. Ow. Well, it seems like I have to do it with an... Oh, machete. There you are. I guess I have to do it with my trusty old pistol. For now. I know, but that's not what I want to put on then. Can I not pick up any attachments at all? Is that a thing? Like, if you find a attachment, you cannot bring it with you. It's just basically a lost cause forever. So anyway, we're gonna run towards the city right away because we basically want to try to get the better guns instantly. Because a lot of people probably already knows, yes, the city is the best place to go for good weapons. And also a supply drop. 2 supply drops. 2 military supply drops. That could have been... That's actually gonna go really, really close towards us. So we can actually try to get one. We're gonna pick up the Viper because we have some Viper magazines. Did we? Yeah, we do. I should run back. I'm gonna run all the way back to actually... Oh, we lost one of our team members. I know he was in Team Pepper. So we got the ghoster, so that's actually not a good thing because, you know, we never know, he's gonna maybe try to kill us, of course. Anyway, we're gonna run back to actually get our forward grip because once we actually got our forward grip, we actually get a little bit of less recoil. And recoil is, of course, the most annoying thing in the game because you try to shoot and it flies all around. So where was that stupid thing? There it is. Forward grip. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We're not gonna switch out the Viper anymore because, you know, we maybe only have we have 2 magazines in total. 1, 2, yeah, that would do it. That would do it definitely. So let's see. Do we have any enemy targets really close? Seems like the supply drops doesn't really seem to be dropping in our favor. We know for sure there's an enemy over there. There are some enemies over in that flank as well. We got the safe flank. There we go. I knew it. I should try to get them. You know. Try to attack him without him noticing. Come on. Gotcha! I gotcha sniped! Woo! Okay, it seems like there is actually another team member over there. And actually, our team member actually got him before I actually could get a nice drop on him. Because there's actually a little bit of a supply drop. So that basically means there will be a couple of more enemies around this place. So we basically have to keep our eyes open a little bit before we're gonna try to get our drop. So let's see. No. 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 Nothing... Oh, it's a honey badger magazine. Maybe for later on. Maybe for later on we can use that. Like, we never know, we have to switch out because it seems like our luck on actually getting some drops over here isn't actually that great today. Okay, we need to keep our eyes peeled for a couple of enemy targets. We got a Timberwolf. We do not want a Timberwolf. There we go. That's the magazine I was searching for. We're gonna drop up the magazine over there. We're gonna drop the Peacemaker one. We're gonna drop the Ace one. We're gonna drop... Well, actually, we shouldn't have dropped the Ace because you never know when you need your pistol. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You never know when you actually need to switch over to your pistol. Yay, I leveled up. Woo! The winner is Team Pepper. That was actually a really quick round, but I prefer the solo round. So anyway, guys, we're gonna jump in on other rounds really quickly because, well, you know, I want to see what we can do. Okay, hats. There we go. Oh. Oh. I want that. Can I get that? No? Okay, I guess there's just no pictures for it. Anyway, we're gonna check which kind of hats there actually are. Because it does... Oh my god, a cowboy hat. I want the cowboy hats. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Apply. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What is our secondary? What kind of hats are we gonna put on? Well, we're gonna put on antlers. Apply. Oh, yeah. We got some antlers. Body. Let's see, what can we get? Apply. Oh, we cannot buy that, of course. Apply. We can't. What else do we have? Top? Ooh. That's actually really interesting. But anyway, we changed our character quite some bit. We actually got some nice antlers and actually a different head. But anyway, we're gonna go on Team Shutter. So we got ex-gamers. And it seems like we're pretty closely alone towards the enemies as well. So we got 2 enemies on our right flank. So we need to watch out. Uh-oh, he dropped already. Okay, we're only gonna get 1 chance. We don't get a good weapon. Peacemaker. Never used it. I never ever used that. I never used this weapon, to be honest. I don't know how bad the recoil is. I know it's a P90. I know from CSGO. This is the Rush B weapon on Dust 2. You know, you Rush B and you pray to God that you don't get hit in your face. Yeah. Nothing. Okay, let's check the final building over here really quickly before we're actually gonna try to move on. So it seems like we got a Colt, we got a Desert Falcon, we got a Honey Badger, but I know I could maybe pick up the Honey Badger if I wanted it. But I'm not gonna do it. You know, I am not gonna do it. I'm gonna deny it. I'm not gonna pick up a Honey Badger this time. I'm gonna try to use the Peacemaker because you never know. Maybe this is the best weapon. You never know. Probably not, but we're gonna try to flank on the other 2 enemies that I saw earlier. Because, you know, they're probably not gonna suspect me trying to flank on them. Maybe if they do, then I'm probably gonna die. But I know for a fact they're gonna try to go this way, right? If they're still in the red barn, then rip me. It looks like they actually has been charging in. Thank you. Thank you, game. Could have been better. This could have been better, to be honest. Like, we could have gotten a little bit of a better drop, but it seems like our teammate actually rushed in all by himself. So this could be ending really, really badly if my teammate actually gets taken out. But if he doesn't get taken out, then it's also gonna be really bad, because then he's... Oh yeah, he killed something. 4 teams remaining. Seems like he found some stash. Another Peacemaker. What else? What else? What else? So we got a cycle. Oh, I want to get the katana. No, machete. Okay, a machete. I'm deeply sorry for the people that are offended right now. Ah! Okay, the recoil is terrible. Gotcha! Take that, you dirty person. I don't like you. You are a filth. I don't know what I just said there. I watched too much anime. I like this gun. I like this gun. I really didn't like that person because, you know, he ghosted last time. You know, I finally got my payback. I finally got my revenge. I'm gonna eat something just to restore my health a little bit. I need to get more food. I need to get a medic pack. To be honest, I need to try to get a medic pack or something like that. Oh, wait a second. Seems like we actually got a good drop. There we go. We're just gonna reload this gun really quickly because we want to make sure we're gonna go on full magazines. Full magazines is always the recommended thing to do. Never run with an empty magazine. That's, you know, reload before you rush B. Can't see anything. Probably some people here. Probably gonna pop up around the corner soon. But, you know, we're gonna make sure we are not gonna be the person who's gonna get flanked. Like, I'm gonna check every corner before we rush in. Like, a lot of people probably gonna say, keep it calm and stop spinning around. But I know for a fact that's the safest tactic to do. Well, actually not if you don't know how to do it, though. But it seems like we can probably calm down a little bit before we actually... Oh, no, the gas is close. My teammate is miles away. The arcade scene. Oh no, the gas is here. Das Gas is here, yeah. Oh nine. Das ist bad. No. Nine. Ah. Oh, I saw you. I'm gonna bait my teammate out. Sorry. Gotcha. I'm sorry. There we go. But anyway, guys, if you want to see more about this game, make sure you press the like button. And more likes, and more I'm gonna play this game. So if you enjoyed, please say what was your favorite moment about this video in the comments down below. So, and of course, say what is your favorite gun in this game. I will put the link down in the description if you want to play this game yourself. So please say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Peace out. Yeah.